Hi, I'm Joe Connolly with another successful New Jersey small business owner from West Orange on the WCBS Small Business Comeback Tour brought to you by PSE&G, helping small businesses throughout New Jersey to save money and energy. And this is a classic small business story. Meet Jarrett Seltzer, who started by giving away bagels that he cooked in his kitchen at home, and from there, he is now the owner of Bagels by Jarrett. And what a story this is. Jarrett, how's business doing now?
Business is insane. It's we're crushing it. We actually just signed a lease 2 weeks ago to take over the spot next to us. So we'll actually have our whole this entire building will be ours come January.
Well, I guess that qualifies as business is coming back. Tell us your story, Jarrett.
I couldn't find a good bagel in the area, so I decided to start making bagels one day. And I tried a few different recipes and was messing around. And then I pulled some bagels out of the oven. I was like, "This is a really good bagel." I quickly called a couple friends and said, "Come over, tell me if this is as good as I think it is, or if I'm wrong and I need to keep going." And everyone came over and said this is a great bagel. So the long story short is I posted something on Facebook and a town page, and I said I finally found the best bagel in town. It's at my house. Not really that great a joke, but it worked, and people were interested in the picture. The next week, because I was working from home at the time, so I decided to make a dozen bagels and post that I had them and give them out. And I said to everyone, the rule is you come and you get one bagel, you have to post a review about it, and you have to pay it forward somehow in town. So this actually worked as a really nice little marketing campaign with a positive edge to it on the pay it forward. So people would post a picture of the bagel, say it really is that good, and say that they paid for the cup of coffee for the person behind them or something along those lines at another place. So it was it really started organically like that, which led to a pop-up shop at a friend's bakery, Willow and Olivia, here in West Orange, which led to 2 years of giving out bagels before I actually pulled the trigger and did this.
2 years?
Yeah.
Have you quit the day job now?
No, I still actually have two of my companies. I own a video production company, and I own a company called CustomTourPasses.com, where we manufacture credentials for touring bands, like when you see an all-access pass, at a concert or maybe even at a WCBS event. We manufacture those. So haven't given any of those up, but it's hard to find time to keep up with all of it.
So how do you do it, Jarrett?
I'm off on Mondays, so that's usually where most of the other work happens. And with COVID, a lot of the video production stuff went away for now. So it's really just the tour passes are back because bands are touring again, getting back out there. And you just find the time.
You have built this, though, from bagels to bagels with all kinds of spreads and ingredients. What are your best sellers?
Right now, we have a customer. So we grind, because every bagel shop, of course, grinds their own ground beef in-house. Since we grind our own meat in-house and we started doing sliders, a customer actually reached out to me and asked, "Hey, can you make a chopped cheese?" It's a very New York City thing. I had never had a chopped cheese, but I said, I don't see why I can't make a chopped cheese. And we have been blowing the amount of meat we usually make for our sliders every week. We usually still have X amount left. With the chopped cheeses that we're doing, we're lasting 2 days on our current meat mixture and having to remake it or just sell it out for the rest of the week. So that's been one of the big ones. When it comes to the bagel sandwiches, the Lawsuit is the number one sandwich, which is our buttermilk fried chicken, mayonnaise, and shredded lettuce on the bagel of your choice. Super simple, but that kind of leads to perfection sometimes.
Are you continuing to grow through word of mouth?
We're absolutely continuing to grow through word of mouth. The biggest thing we can see, besides the fact that when our customers get here and they're outside because it's all curbside, and they say this is our first time, we're excited. When we also see a big spike in actual bagel sales, that's one of the things that shows us we had a lot of new customers that week, because not every customer is willing to try a chopped cheese off the bat or a fried chicken sandwich or tacos or things along those lines. They want to come and get an everything bagel with veggie cream cheese to start, and I can understand that. So when we see this huge surge the past 3 weeks, we've seen it where we're doing a couple extra 1,000 bagels a week. That already shows like, okay, these are new people coming in, because that's really one of our ways to gauge it.
Customers, did you tell you it's our first time here, we're excited?
We're an experience. This is not just a bagel shop. This is an experience, and there's a vibe to it. There's a whole piece to it. And even though it's curbside, it's special and people get it. And there's just I hate to use the word cult, but it's almost this interesting cult of people who just love food. And I don't put anything out that I don't think is incredible. So I'll be testing something. Today's our prep day. So I'm testing something. I may make something that is 95% awesome and everyone loves it. But if it's not 100%, it doesn't go out. And our customers trust that. And we have some of the same customers every single day of the week right here.
And I see that you also give instructions on how to buy a dozen or a couple dozen and freeze them, right? So
Correct.
you get those bulk orders too.
Yep, you get the bulk orders. We do shipping through mailatbagel.com, which is our site. So we ship people bagels all around the United States. Yeah.
What has been the biggest surprise, pleasant surprise to you in all of this, in addition to what you've just described?
That's a great question. I would say the biggest surprise is how we transformed from being, you came in the store, it was set up to move, and it was a lot of impulse buying. The containers of the spreads and the chicken salads, they're all right there. So the goal of the design of the store when I built it was to move, and that customers would have $20 of product in their hands before they'd even gotten their bagels, and it worked. And it worked for 3 weeks in a row, and then COVID hit, and we had to switch to curbside. And I said, we've now lost that whole visual appeal where you're just right there and you're like, that chicken salad looks good. I'm buying it as well. Look at the veggie cream cheese. There's tons of huge chunks of peppers in it. So we lost that. And I was crushed. I was like, I built this whole store. Is this really lasting 2 weeks, this whole, pandemic? And we made the switch. But when we made the switch was when I started having more fun in the store because I was bored. I wasn't seeing customers. We were all curbside. So that was when I started doing some fried chicken stuff. And we also created our breakfast bun at that point. And that's what really started growing this whole thing and making this place so much more special than just your average bagel shop. So we took it and ran with it, right? We've seen some people weren't able to take it and run with it. Some people chose not to. Some people transformed what they were doing. Pizza businesses went through the roof during it. And we just kind of did what I want to do. Like I don't like working for anyone. I've never really worked for anyone. And I like to just do whatever I want to do. And if people want to buy it, that's pretty awesome.
And you continue to be pick up or to go only. Is that because you don't want the expense and the headaches of running a restaurant type business?
So the heart and cook in me, it's weird to call myself a chef, wants to have the sit down. I want to be able to come over to your table and be like, Joe, I tried this in the back before you eat dinner. Just try this, right? I've always wanted that experience, but it's not realistic for what we're doing here. The only reason we don't let people in the store anymore when we had switched curbside is because we ran out of space. Like you could see, there's stuff all around me, and that's why we're doing the expansion. And from there, we'll let people come in to actually order. But to give them the seats to sit there to make the same amount of money and then have to bust their tables doesn't really make all that much sense. Plus, then they have to have bathroom access. Now you're in the bathroom business. Takeouts just worked for us.
What is the website? Spell Jarrett how you spell it too for us.
Will do. It's bagelsbyjarrett.com, and Jarrett is Jarrett.
Thank you very much. What a great story. Congratulations to you. Thanks for sharing it with us, Jarrett. Bye.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joe.